All right, welcome everybody back on Twitch. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Did a stream or two streams last week. I guess it was one on YouTube, one on Twitch last week. Streaming tonight, probably streaming a little bit earlier tomorrow. Have to see what my schedule is like, but a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, including I see a lot of people in the chat already talking about next week's presidential primary debate, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And will I be streaming? Where will I be streaming? Very exciting thing happening today, which is that I am starting to have subscribers on Twitch who have subscribed for their second month in a row. I've only been on Twitch for like 5 weeks. This is the start of my second month. And I want to say thanks to Matt JC3, who subscribed for 2 months at tier 1. Want to say thanks to Gilmore Goth, who has subscribed for 2 months with Prime. And thanks to the Carfax for cheering 300 bits. So let's just even do this before we go any further. Hundreds and hundreds of people who signed up with Twitch Prime in August. It's September now, and your Twitch Prime subs have expired. You can immediately resubscribe to my channel with Twitch Prime. Please do so. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can do it. Costs you nothing. Paid subscription for us. Please do that right now, and I will thank you. I will thank everybody who signs up with Twitch Prime during the live stream, and hopefully there will be many of you. I've got a couple of videos I want to play for you, which I haven't yet watched, but have been sent to me. I want to go over. I will probably take the moral foundations test. People last time asking me to take that, and I'm ready to do it. It's only 36 questions. I've read a lot about it, and I've read Jonathan Haidt's work, so I sort of know a few different things about it, and I'm going to take it, and we'll see how all of that goes. Thanks to V. Dutat for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thanks to Maestro Panda for subscribing at tier 1. Appreciate that. Muffin Boy and Shinobili have subscribed with Twitch Prime, which I, of course, very, very much appreciate. Did not see anything LFN about Warren about to flip-flop on Medicare for All, but maybe we will get to that. Okay, it is September. Yes, exactly right. Davin Siski says. The artwork behind me, that is, it's just a poster I got in Paris. That's it. I think it's, a poster of some kind of well-known piece of art. I'm not really sure. Rust Cole asking, would I consider making t-shirts for fans with a logo on the front and the back would read, you got DP'd? I don't know. Probably not. It is annoying, Aaron, that Twitch makes you resubscribe every month with Twitch Prime. But the whole goal is regular Twitch subscriptions auto-renew and Prime subs don't. The idea being maybe after your first month, you would then come back and subscribe not with Twitch Prime so that Amazon can actually make money. That's my guess about it, but I'm not totally sure. Okay, we are very, very shortly going to be getting to a bunch of different videos that I have. But before we do that, I will mention that, as is often the case, if folks are interested in me taking live phone calls, sometimes people don't even know what it means for me to open up the phones. I will open up the phone line 617-830-4750 if we get 15 new members on my website. Okay? Why on my website? What about all of these other things? I can't say in detail what portion of your money all of these different platforms take, but everybody takes money, whether it's Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, all of this different stuff. On my website, we pay a 2.9% fee, and then otherwise we get all the money. That's more than we get anywhere else. So that's why we focus on website subscriptions. They're our primary source of funding. If 15 people sign up, I will thank each and every one of you, and then I will open up the phone lines, and hopefully I will be hearing from you before we know it. Let's see here. Before we jump into some of this stuff, Amazon wants Twitch users to get Amazon Prime. That's the goal. Oh, that's fair as well. The Country Boy 420 subscribing with Twitch Prime for the second month in a row. Very much appreciate that. Kelly Wiegand and the Carfax also subscribing for 1 month at tier 1. Very, very much appreciate that. Okay, so let's just do a straw poll for the first thing that I'm going to do. I will either Okay, so I have two things here. Let me type them out. There's a Lauren Chen video, and then debate plan for next week. Okay, let me create this poll. Oh, I did it wrong. Which first? Debate plan for next week, Lauren Chen video, create poll. Okay, I'm going to paste the straw poll right into the chat, and then people can vote. I'll paste it a couple of times there. Okay, let's see what people want, all right? I will either talk about the debate plan for next week first in terms of streaming, and there's a whole backstory related to it, or we will look at the Lauren Chen video. And depends what people... I'm going to do both. It's just a question of what people want me to do first. We'll give it a few moments there. There was some other question here. What's my words per minute, David? I type about like 100 to 115, I think. If you don't know who Lauren Chen is, that's fine. That's part of the goof. Talk with Hasan. Oh, Hasan is back. Yeah. Maybe later I will see if Hasan wants to chat. Are people laughing because 100 words per minute is high or low? I don't even know. I've been typing paper since I was 8 years old, so I don't know. I can type. Some people don't want Lauren Chen. Okay. All right, I'm going to give it like 30 more seconds. The straw poll, I'll link the straw poll one more time. Mike Nuff, I've been told I'm not allowed to say how much I get for each Twitch Prime sub. So I won't. All right, about 30 seconds left. Looks like there is a clear winner here. Oh, by the way, people, let me make another note. I am actually set up to play Super Mario World. People asked last time about that. There was a whole thing that came up related to that. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Okay, we're going to talk about the debate plan for next week first. So here's the deal. We're going to talk about the debates momentarily. So as many of you know, I made an account on Twitch months and months ago, and I just was like unsure. When do I start? Things are going pretty well on YouTube Prime subscriptions. Thanks, Ansley, for the subscription. And I had this Twitch account ready to go. Didn't know what to do with it. And then in, what was it? I guess it was the last few days of July. It was the second Democratic debate, which was this one. Yeah, July 31st, 30th to 31st. Started live streaming on YouTube. We were 2 minutes into the debate. I already had like 12,000 live concurrent viewers or something like that. We were on target for like 40,000 live viewers. And then CNN shut me down, and then their VP of corporate communications or something started tweeting how I was just a horrible person and doing all sorts of terrible things. So I literally took 30 minutes and went over and streamed on Twitch, and we had like 6,000 or so live viewers, and a whole bunch of people signed up for Twitch Prime subs and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, I'm on Twitch. The second night, which as you can see here was July 31st, did the same thing, and we had a nice audience. And all of a sudden, I'm on Twitch, and I've been streaming regularly. So then the question came up, and it's been coming up a lot recently. There's another debate. What is the date? September 12th, 2019. This is the first time that the Democratic field is down to only one night because we're down to only 10 polls, and we're going to talk about that momentarily. Show that and show this. We're going to talk about all of this stuff. Are you going to be streaming at all? Are you going to stream on YouTube, or are you going to stream on Twitch, or are you going to try using Restream to stream on both? So, I mean, there's like a million things going on here to talk about. First of all, officially I've been told Twitch doesn't allow affiliates, which I am, to stream at the same time to YouTube and Twitch. I've also been told it's not really enforced if you're an affiliate, that if you're a partner, it's enforced. So the possibility of streaming to both at the same time is on the table. I have set up Restream, but I have not tested it. So if someone wants to help me figure out if there's some offline way to test it without publishing an actual event, I'm open to maybe looking at doing both. But I am not going to stream live commentary of next week's debate on YouTube unless, where is this debate? I believe this is an ABC Univision debate. Unless ABC Univision tell my YouTube rep that I am clear to stream, If I don't get whitelisted, so to speak, I'm not going to do it. It's just too risky. In that case, I will certainly, wink, wink, consider doing it on Twitch, although it's not any more legal or illegal. It's just maybe I can get away with it. I don't know. So I'll have information about that. I emailed my YouTube rep today about this, and if she doesn't have some kind of yes for me by like next Tuesday or something like that, I'll probably make the call that we're going to be doing the live stream of the debate on Twitch, and I will announce it, and it will be, just a huge party, and, we'll do all the stuff that we previously did. So did I ask beforehand last time? No. By the way, a lot of people saying, do I want to be a partner on Twitch? I don't know that I do, because as a partner on Twitch, you're not allowed to stream anywhere else. And as you can see here, I have 723,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it is climbing every day by 500 to 1,000. So that's still a big platform. I want to be able to stream on Twitch, but I also want to be able to stream on YouTube. And I don't know that I want to be a Twitch partner for that reason. YouTube is still going to be a big part of what I'm doing. So as far as the specifics of the debate, let me thank some more people here. Jinja subscribed for the second month at tier 1 with the message, The Legend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jimbone the Barbarian has given out 5 community sub gifts. Thanks so much, Jimbone. I appreciate that. Moondog22 has subscribed for 2 months with Twitch Prime. And Wave Dash has subscribed for the first month at tier 1. Yes, please remember, if you subscribed with Twitch Prime last year. Now, people are misunderstanding me. I know I can stream on Twitch without being a partner. I'm doing it right now. Twitch doesn't allow partners to stream elsewhere. Am I being this unclear? I feel like I'm being clear. If you subscribed last month with Twitch Prime, it has expired. Please check if you can subscribe again, because hundreds and hundreds of your memberships have expired. So you've got to do it again. All right. Now I am going to talk about who is in the third debate. But before I do that, let me say thanks to Matt P., who signed up on my website for a new membership, and say thanks to Edward Kerr. That gets us to 2 out of 15. Whoa, that's the wrong line. 2 out of 15 new members, as you can see up there. Info is there. Counter is there. If we get to 15, I will open up the phones and let people call in. So please do that. Okay. The third debate is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be interesting in a few ways. Number one, this is the first debate that is going to be on only one night, because we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candidates. All right. The requirements were, by October 28th, a candidate needed 130,000 unique donors, at least 400 unique donors per state in 20 states, and a candidate needed to get at least 2% support in 4 different polls from an approved list, which is the source of some controversy. Now, some people are saying it should still be 2 nights, but 5 people per night, because then you can go in more depth. I want more depth. I don't disagree with you. At the same time, we've had 2 debates where you are not seeing all of the candidates interacting with each other. I want to see Warren and Biden and Sanders on the same stage. And for that reason, I think it's good that we're finally down to 1 night, although 10 people is still way too many. So as you can see, we've got Biden, Warren, Sanders, Harris, Buttigieg, Yang, Booker, O'Rourke, and Klobuchar, and Julian Castro. Now, of these people, at this point, I believe that there are only 3 who really have a shot at this nomination. That's Biden, Warren, and Sanders. Kamala Harris is polling 7%. Something, just mind-blowing would have to happen at the third debate for her to have a shot. Buttigieg is polling 4.6%. And I just don't see any way that he is going to do anything. Andrew Yang is very interesting, and as you know, I've interviewed him many times on my program. I don't think the math is there for him, but I want to see how far he can get because he's an interesting candidate. And who else? Booker and O'Rourke, they're at 2.5%. I don't think they've got much of a shot. Amy Klobuchar is done, and Julian Castro is also done. Now, then it gets interesting because you have these 3 other candidates, Tom Steyer, who's just a rich dude, Tulsi Gabbard, and Marianne Williamson. Tom Steyer entered the race pretty recently and just basically paid his way in. And if you're a rich guy, you can get donors. And it's really a weird thing that he's even running, but you're not going to see much of him because, again, he's not even on the debate stage. Tulsi Gabbard, a lot of people are angry saying that the DNC screwed her because they picked polls that she didn't get 2% in. The list of the polls that were considered qualifying has been around for a very long time, so I just don't see that as a very good argument. And then Marianne Williamson was just kind of a fluke, whose personality, interestingly enough, got her quite a bit of attention, and she actually did well in the last debate. I see people in the chat, I am getting just endless, furious emails from Tulsi supporters saying, I'm not giving her enough attention. When I talk about her, I'm saying the wrong things, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, listen, Tulsi never had a shot, and she still doesn't have a shot. What do you want me to say? Am I supposed to be apologizing for that? Am I a bad person? Every time I mention Tulsi, there's a contingent of my audience that is just furious. Give me a break, guys. Come on. Let me say thanks to a couple other people. XTPHTY, is that XTFitty2? Subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Bry Clutches subscribed for 2 months at Tier 1. Thanks for the second month subscription. Feynman Taco has subscribed for 1 month. And Jim Bone the Barbarian subscribed for 2 months with Prime. Thank you. Got a haircut recently. Appreciate that people like it. Are we going to have a bit war tonight? Yeah, so last stream, there was a massive bit war. RJC and Turkey Bacon and Cheese were going back and forth. As it stands, RJC is the #1 all-time top cheerer with 25,000 bits. Turkey Bacon and Cheese is in second place with 20,001. I think it would be nice just to see someone else break the top 5, because it's actually, you only need to get to 1,506 bits to get into the top 5. That's pretty low. The issue is between second and third place, it's like 18,000 bits that separate them. So I don't know if we're going to have a Twitch war tonight, but a bit war tonight. But why not? I would love it. Gary the Sea Cow has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Zynicide has subscribed for the second month in a row at Tier 1. And Romer _ has subscribed with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is Destiny also streaming right now? I should see who that I follow is streaming right now, because maybe we could do some interesting stuff. We raided Trihex last time. Let me mute this nonsense. So Destiny is streaming. Hasan is streaming. The Surfs are streaming. And that's it from the people that I follow right now. All right. So we'll see about that soon. Okay, so anyway, the long and short of it is I'll let you know soon whether I'm going to stream next week's debate on YouTube, on Twitch, both, neither, or whatever. Okay, let's now talk about this video. So I have not watched this yet. People sent this to me. This is Lauren Chen. She's known as the Roaming Millennial, rather. I guess she now works for The Blaze, which is a right-wing outlet. And she is a right-winger. Again, it's born in Canada, raised in Hong Kong. Okay, whatever. So anyway, when I was at Politicon last year, I was on a panel with her. She was perfectly nice to me as a person, and I don't agree with anything she says. People sent this video to me saying, "Oh, here's the Blaze logo." Yeah, so she is part of the Blaze. Saying she did a thing about how there's just more gay people than ever, and we're getting gayer and gayer, and blah blah blah. Let's take a look at what she had to say, because this is actually something that I've studied and talked about on the program before. Oh, but before I do this, let me also say thanks to Max Shadeg. Max Shadeg, or Shadeg, is my third new website member of the evening. We are at 3 out of 15. I'm glad to open the phone lines and take phone calls. Info is right there, joinpakman.com. 3 out of 15. I'll thank everybody. Info is over there. All right, let's just get into this and see what she has to say.
NBC author proudly proclaimed that heterosexuality apparently just wasn't working because screw men, I guess. If you haven't seen that video yet, I recommend you check it out. But today, we are going to continue our discussion of human sexuality and what influences it. Specifically, did you know that as a society, we are getting gayer? Yep. As NBC News reports, quote, a record 4.5% of American adults identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, according to a new Gallup estimate. The percentage, which works out to more than 11 million US adults, is up from 4% in 2016 and 3.5% in 2012, the year Gallup first started tracking LGBT identification. Obviously, this discussion about human sexuality...
Okay, before going even further, I can't even believe. So okay, I mean I'm gonna give this. Let's listen to it a little bit more quickly because I don't think I can tolerate it at normal speed. This has been studied extensively, and there's a difference between identifying in a poll as LGBT and being LGBT. Why might it be that the younger you are, the more likely you are to identify as LGBT? Well, the younger you are, the more likely you are also to be accepting of people who are LGBT, to not see LGBT people as sinners, blah, 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 blah. So it's simply more accepted and less stigmatized to say that you are LGBT in 2019 than in previous years. There's not actually any evidence so far. I mean, Gallup surveys people's opinions about stuff and people's ideology. So far, there's no evidence that there are actually more gay people, but I see people are saying that we've already seen enough and that this is so obvious. Let's just see if she addresses it. Maybe she says, hold on a second, maybe more people say that they are LGBT today because they're more comfortable saying it rather than because there are actually more gay people.
It's made a little more complicated by the fact that trans identities are always included in these polls, even though gender identity is really not the same thing as sexual orientation, like at all, but in any case, this is the best we got. A 1% increase over 5 years of people identifying as LGBT, 3.5% in 2012 to 4.5% in 2017, may not sound...
So it's not a 1% increase, it's a 1 percentage point increase. This is, I mean, so this is what we're fighting against. This is, oh, man.
Like a huge jump, but the difference is even more pronounced when we look at the generational breakdown. The increase was driven primarily by millennials, defined as those born between 1980 and 1999, according to the report's findings. In 2012, 5.8% of this cohort answered yes when asked, do you personally identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender? In the 2017 estimate, that number jumped 40% to 8.2% of millennials. In contrast, Gallup found the LGBT identification rate of older generations is steady. In the latest survey, 3.5% of Generation X respondents identified as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, 2.4% of baby boomers, and 1.4% of traditionalists. Clearly, millennials are a lot more likely than older generations to identify as being LGBT.
That is not true. Well, to identify, yeah. They're more likely to be comfortable saying it, right? I mean, this is she's talking about we are getting gayer versus we are more likely to say. This is just, I mean, is this what the right sees as thought leadership?
And activists will usually say that this increase in statistics is simply due to our society now being more open and tolerant of LGBT identities than it used to be. I.e., it's not really that more people are LGBT than before, it's just that more people are comfortable admitting that they're LGBT than before. Yeah. The NBC article supports this viewpoint by saying, quote, Gary Gates, an LGBT demographics expert, said it's not surprising that a great proportion of millennials are comfortable being more open about their LGBT status. Correct. Social acceptance of the LGBT population has increased substantially over the last decade, and those changes have been more pronounced in younger populations, Gates told NBC News via email. Today's youth have peers and social networks that are more supportive of LGBT people and issues when compared to older generations. And the article goes on to explain that, quote, millennials have been found to be significantly more accepting of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender rights than their older counterparts. According to a 2017 NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, 75% of people aged 18 to 34 support same-sex unions, compared to just 42% of people over 65. So if all of these polls aren't really indicative of how many LGBT people there really are, simply how many LGBT people feel comfortable admitting their...
Well, that's literally what the poll is. The poll is not checking in any kind of empirically verifiable way whether someone is what they say they are. The poll is just what are people saying. She's like, let me go back. That's the weirdest way. How did she phrase that?
Simply how many LGBT people feel comfortable admitting they're LGBT.
Yeah, it's a poll of how many people say they are LGBT. It's not a poll of the number of gay people in society.
Then it does beg the question, How many
That's not what beg the question means. That's not what beg the question means. Is she really? She's using beg the question wrong?
LGBT people are there? Actually, well, for decades, some LGBT activists have been saying that as many as 1 in 10 or 10% of people are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. And although on the surface that number may seem really high, considering that now over 8% of millennials already identify as LGBT, perhaps that statistic isn't as crazy as it seems. Like I mentioned, while the official explanation for this is that we're just becoming more accepting of how we've always been, surely I can't be the only one who finds it interesting that the number of woke celebrities who come out as either queer, non-binary, or otherwise special, I mean, LGBT, seems to be increasing literally by the day. Like we talked about in my other video, Miley Cyrus and Julian Hough.
What does that have to do with anything?
Are two celebrities who recently, in interviews with progressive women's magazines, came out as not being attracted exclusively to men. And Bella Thorne, one of those ex-Disney child stars turned decidedly not family-friendly, also recently came out as bisexual, and then even more recently than that, pansexual.
In the past, she's used Twitter to casually come out as bisexual, but today she's expanded her sexual orientation.
I'm actually pansexual, and I didn't know that. Yep.
Okay.
And somebody explained to me really thoroughly what that is.
Explain that to me.
You like beings. You like what you like. Doesn't have to be a girl or a guy or, you know, he, she, a they, or this or that. It's literally you like personality. Like, you just like a being.
Look, I wish Bella Thorne all the best with her newfound pansexuality. And historically, it is true that gay people have always existed. I'm not trying to say that gayness is something the SJWs just invented to seem trendy, because
oh, that's good that you're not saying that, because that would be crazy.
obviously that's not the case. However, I do have to say that the degree to which our culture now eschews heteronormativity and heterosexuality isn't something we've seen since maybe the ancient Greeks believed that the most masculine...
Oh, I mean, now it's just a straw man. Nobody is eschewing heterosexuality. This is just so stupid. Oh my goodness. I think, are we done with this chat poll? Or have we basically seen enough to know everything we need to know about this? Yeah, okay. People seem to be... Nobody seems to want to continue us. No more. Yeah, okay. I think I've seen enough of this stuff. Wow. Okay, before I move on to the next thing, I'll say thanks to a few other people. Stuntman Stan has subscribed. June Dawes is a new Twitch sub. Sigwatch has subscribed. And Electrician Apprentice has subscribed. Agent B64 has subscribed for 2 months with Prime. MTB52294 has subscribed for 2 months with Prime. Desert Rat 4 has subscribed, and Saniat Ahmed has subscribed with Prime, and I really appreciate all of you. Remember, I mentioned at the top of the show that a lot of people's Twitch Prime subs have expired since the last stream. So even if you remember having signed up with Twitch Prime, do it again if you're able to, because those don't automatically renew. If you've never subscribed with Twitch Prime, please also do it. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe with Twitch Prime. It costs you nothing, but it supports the work that I do. And Violet Eve is the newest such Twitch Prime subscriber. Okay, I see a lot of questions. Oh, people. So I mentioned that I would open the phones if we get 15 website members. And the number is 617-830-4750, but the phone lines are not yet open. We need 12 more people to sign up on my website, joinpakman.com. And I do encourage you to do that. You get extra content every day. You support the work that I do directly. You fund all of our ongoing operations. It's the most solid and reliable source of funding because the subscriptions don't expire automatically every month, like something on Twitch. But the phone line is not open right now, but a whole bunch of people are calling in. Let's just, as a goof, take a listen from, Jimmy from Philly, the angry drunk Trumpist, has called in. Okay, listen, I'll play a voicemail from Jimmy from Philly. He's out of control. If people like this, then please sign up on my website afterwards, because these are the types of calls I sometimes get. Let's take a listen.
David, Jimmy from Philly, third beer. Fox host shreds Trump. So some homosexual host on Trump, we should take this moron, this Danny bastard, seriously. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh. Extremely insightful and precise political analysis, as you can see, and those may be the types of calls that come in if we indeed do open up the phone line. So please, 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 it takes under a minute. Go over to my website, joinpakman.com. Maybe I'll even demo how to sign up momentarily. Okay, let me say thanks to a couple people, and then I'm going to take the Moral Foundations test. If people have videos that they want me to review, like the Lauren Chen video, I'm glad to check out a couple. But you'll have to let me know what they are. Okay. Rhino00, welcome for your second month in a row. I appreciate that. Ashalina77 has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Aaron Nance has subscribed for the second month in a row with Twitch Prime. Message, love the show. Prol Pablino has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Metal One Dragon has subscribed with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. What do I think about Sam Harris's recent segment on white supremacy versus jihadism? Breaking news, Sam Harris is going to be on my show in the next week. I have not announced that anywhere yet, but Sam Harris is scheduled, unless something changes, to be on my show in the next 7 days. And we will have him for the hour, as Larry King used to say. So that is going to prove to be very, very interesting. If that is titillating to you, head on over and become a member on my website. Memberships directly support the long-form interviews. Okay, all right, let me jump into the Moral Foundations test. So I'll give you a little background on this. You can take this at idrlabs.com. This is called the Moral Foundations test. I've never taken this test, but I've read quite a bit about it. In his book, The Righteous Mind, Jonathan Haidt writes about how early in his psychology career as an academic psychologist, he started developing a test where he would ask people questions that were geared to get a specific sort of visceral reaction. And he would have different scenarios, but they were specifically worded where the principles at play in many of the questions were the same, but they would be worded in such a way that people would react to them differently, if that makes sense. And a version of that test is now available online. It's the Moral Foundations test. And all you have to do is basically say whether these different scenarios are or are not moral. And then I believe that the answers, the results will basically tell you where you place on a multivariate sort of moral matrix. So I'm going to take this test. I invite you to take it with me. You go to idrlabs.com. I'll just give people a second to do it. I'm not going to spend 90% of the time with Sam Harris bashing the left, but what I do want to talk to him about is he and I have been critics of the left from the left, but I think that we don't agree as to what the major problems with the left are. So I think that that will be an interesting piece of the conversation. And I look forward to talking with him about that. Thank you to Lightning Ran, who subscribed for 2 months in a row with Twitch Prime. Love your show on this format. Thank you. Glad to be here. And Nurse Jilly, who subscribed for the first time with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that as well. All right, let's just jump right into this Moral Foundations test. Okay? Anybody, I'm guessing, who's going to take it with me has probably found it already. An Army lieutenant neglects to file a report on a civilian killing done by his troops because he knows it was an accident. I'm going to try to just think about each of these individually, not anticipating what I know or some of the other types of questions. I think it is just absolutely not okay. There needs to be full accountability and investigation of all killings that take place in the military. So I think that's totally not okay. Tina promises her dying mother that she'll visit her grave once a month. After the mother has passed away, Tina finds it hard to squeeze in the time, and visits drop to about once a year. I think that that's completely fine. I mean, I don't believe that the mother is looking down in some way, and I don't believe that there is any negative impact if Tina has things going on in her life such that she can't do that. I don't see any problem with it. Amy and Mia are coworkers. One day, Amy offers Mia to take one of her shifts, no strings attached. Sometime later, Amy could really use someone to fill in for her, but Mia doesn't feel compelled because Amy's offer had no strings attached. I think it is okay, but there is a sort of social convention here that would dictate that you should probably do it. But if it really is no strings attached, call it no strings attached and operate on that basis. In biology class, a human hand preserved in a jar is passed around among the students. Don't see any problem with that. Adam and Beth have been dating for 3 years. Adam is reluctant to have children, so Beth tells him that she's on the pill when he isn't. I think that that is terrible. When she isn't. I think that one of the worst things you can do is bring a child in to the world that the parents didn't want to have, and I think that that's extremely problematic. A group of parents I'll stop every 6 questions and see what's happening with the chat. Group of parents concerned about their children's risk of obesity demand that the local store stop selling extra large size candy bars and soft drinks. I have no problem with the demand. That being said, the way I was raised, it didn't matter what size candy bars were available or what soft drinks were available. I didn't drink soda barely ever, and I didn't get XL candy bars at all. Every once in a while, whatever. So I think that if the question is it okay for the parents to demand it? It's okay. Is that the solution, and does the store have to do it? The answer is no. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Let me say thanks to Erithakis Akahij, who subscribed for 1 month at Tier 1. I really appreciate that. Oh dear, no new website members. That's not good. We got 3 real quick, 3 out of 15. But now we've been sitting at 3 for a while. I will open the phone lines and take your phone calls if we get to 15 website members. It takes a minute, folks. It does. And it's really cheap. If you use that coupon code over there, you're talking about like $3 a month. Very cheap. I encourage you to do it. Okay, let's continue. Let's do 6 more of these questions. A man orders a custom-built sex doll designed to look just like his niece. Okay, so these are designed specifically. So it's just a sex doll. So what difference does it make? Better a sex doll than his actual niece, for sure. I don't see anything wrong with the order, but it's certainly indicative of someone who is having problematic feelings towards their niece. Now, from the way the question's asked, it's not even clear whether the niece is underage or not. Obviously, I think that would be an aggravating factor. But I think that, I guess I'll just leave it in the middle. It's like ordering the doll is not a problem in and of itself. The fact that he wants one that looks like his niece is a problem. It's disturbing behavior, but I think I'd leave it in the middle. When on a live on-air TV show, a man kills a baby rabbit with a knife. Unless this is a show about hunting and preparing your own food, I would say it is not okay. This is a sort of a poorly worded question, because I don't have any problem with hunting for food you're going to eat, but just killing rabbits in a sort of sadistic way is a problem. Without any context, it's sort of hard to know. So I guess any question that seems problematic in how it's phrased, I'll just leave in the middle. Sarah's dog has 4 puppies. She can only find a home for 2 of them, so she kills the other 2 with a stone to the head. I don't think this is okay. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, if you bring them to a shelter, they'll just kill them and, euthanize them at the shelter. I still think that would be better. They can do it in a way where, a stone to the head, it's not clear that the puppy is not suffering. And also, at this point in time, I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't be able to do something other than that. And there are many no-kill shelters around, so I would say no. Jane's boss calls all of his employees by their first names, but does not allow any of them to call him by his first name. When Jane insists that it must be a 2-way street, he fires her. So it seems not okay in that it doesn't seem like a good reason to fire someone. It is not for Jane to decide, presumably, how people should be addressed. It doesn't appear to be illegal, and it's not how I would run things. So I think that it is not okay. But, unfortunately, it's based on labor law in much of this country. It is what it is. Julie asks her friends not to fraternize with her ex-boyfriend Jake, since he cheated on her with other women. 3 weeks later, Julie's friend Melissa is dating him. Well, So is what okay? Like, is this question isn't even clear whether the problem is Julie's ask or Melissa doing the dating. I don't really see any problem with Melissa doing the dating. She's going against what her friend asked, and that may be a problem for Julie. But I mean, this is just like, does anybody even understand what I'm really answering with this one? It's weird. Julie's friend Melissa is dating him. Is the dating okay or not okay? I don't really think it's a problem, I have to say, but it's so poorly worded, I'll leave it in the middle. Hannah inherited an old flag of her country from her father, but has never used it. One day when Hannah is cleaning the house, she discovers that she is out of rags, so she uses the flag as a rag to clean the house. I don't really have any hang-ups about flags, so I just think that's okay. I mean, I have a hard time feeling too strongly about what other people do with flags. If the flag means something to you, then you treat the flag in a certain way. If it doesn't to someone else, I mean, it's just fabric. All right, let me catch up with what's happening in the chat here. Momentum Space has subscribed with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. What about burning a flag, asks Connor Poe. Burning flags is constitutionally protected speech in the United States, and that's just it. I don't know what else to tell you. It's asking if I'm okay with the dating. Let's go back. 3 weeks later, Julie's friend Melissa is dating him. You know, I'm pretty neutral about the dating. It's really just an issue between Melissa and Julie and whether she thinks Jake is going to be doing the cheating. So I stand by that. Okay. All right, let me continue here. Rhapsodies on Grois, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, has subscribed for 2 months in a row with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Emma and Cindy are summer interns at Chris's office. Emma does slightly better than Cindy. At the end of the summer, there's only one opening, but Chris gives it to Cindy because he finds her more attractive. I think it's not okay. It's not good for the business, and I don't think it's good morally. It's not illegal. Emma does slightly better than Cindy, so in principle, if what we're evaluating is people's work, then Emma should get the job. So I think it's not okay slightly, but this is not, the end of the world. Bob and Pam are siblings. Bob is given $10 by their father and is told to distribute it between them as he likes. Bob gives $1 to Pam and pockets the $9 himself. I think it's okay, but not great. Bob was told, distribute it the way you want. And certainly distributing in this way could have consequences. And then in the future, Bob and Pam's dad would make different decisions. Some men have a private all-male club, and feminists take them to court, demanding that they open it up to women. I have very mixed feelings about this stuff. I don't really have a problem with private clubs that are geared towards certain groups. At the same time, this is how a lot of discrimination ends up sort of festering and self-perpetuating. So let me read it again. Some men have a private all-male club, and feminists take them to court, demanding that they open it up to women. I mean, it's okay that the feminists take them to court. There's a question as to whether there should be such a legal thing as a private all-male club. I have a problem with like a male-only golf course, the way that the one in Atlanta is. But is it okay for there to be a club for men? I mean, it's like I have friends who are in men's groups where they just talk about men's issues and it's for men. What would happen if a woman tried to attend? I'm guessing she'd be told it's just for men. Sort of difficult the way it's worded. I'm just going to leave it in the middle. A new action figure becomes all the rage among the boys in Timmy's class. When Timmy's parents get to the store, they buy all of the action figures for Timmy, leaving none for the children. I think that this is not okay in the sense that, listen, they're not doing anything legally wrong, but Timmy's not learning any particular lesson that is useful in life as a result of this, other than lessons maybe we don't want kids to learn. There's diminishing marginal returns with these stupid action figures. Once you have 10, how much benefit do you really get from the 11th? So I think I'm going to put it almost at the not okay end, but not totally, because ultimately there's nothing illegal here. In sex education class, the students are taught that since the sexes are equal, The girls should sleep with as many guys as they want without fear of being considered sluts. No, I don't think that's okay, because it's not, if they're equal, I don't see guys being told that, and it doesn't seem useful to tell girls that either. I mean, it just doesn't follow. So I think that's a not okay. A man sets up an unlicensed medical practice, but makes all of his customers sign a contract acknowledging that he is not a licensed physician. I think that this is absolutely not okay. This is one of those areas where, libertarians like to say, as long as people have all of the information, then you don't need a nanny state to tell them what is and is not okay. No, medicine, much like insurance, much like pharmaceuticals, these are areas where we can't simply count on people fully even comprehending what it means to be an unlicensed medical practice. I think that this is completely not okay. When Kelly asks Steven out on a date, he sneers and says, like, I'm going to date a woman who looks like my overweight bulldog. Listen, I think that this is completely a disgusting thing. I would never say it, but there's nothing. I mean, okay, so this is a relationship, potential relationship. Steven makes it clear he doesn't like the appearance of a woman. I would never say this, but ultimately, is there anything morally wrong with saying this? The repercussion will be that Steven may have a hard time getting a relationship. I'm just going to leave it in the middle. Tim asks his father for permission to stay out late because his classmates are throwing a party. When his father refuses, Tim slams the door in his face. It's starting to border on sort of physical violence. It's unnecessary, but it's not how I would like a child to behave. But there's no big moral wrong that is being done here. I have a hard time feeling super strongly one way or the other. Jack and Will are classmates. Will's father is a lawyer. When he picks up Will from school, he refuses to say hi to Jack's father because he's only a janitor. I think that this is a type of elitism that I don't like at all. It's some people behave this way, and these people exist in the world, and that's it. I don't know what else to say. When Lily tells her classmate Sue that it's her dream to be prom queen, Sue laughs out loud and says, "You're too ugly for that." Okay, I mean, I don't like it. It's not. It's similar to, it's unnecessarily cruel. My approach would be something like, a lot of people want to be prom queen, and it's tough. And even if you don't make it, it's not any kind of judgment or, whatever. But it's hard to feel like this is the worst possible thing to do. So I'll just go one notch over. Dan turns up the TV just as his father is talking about his military service. I think that that's okay. I mean, listen, that's a negotiation. Parent and child need to figure out how to have these conversations. John's soccer coach decides that everyone on the team must wear black soccer shoes, but on the day of the match, John turns up in white soccer shoes instead. It's very hard for me to really feel strongly about that. It's not proactively okay. It seems like it's, going against what the coach says. I think questioning authority is fine. It seems like kind of a pointless opposition to authority. Did he do it on purpose? Did he do it as an accident? I don't know. I just leave it in the middle. Okay, let me pause briefly just to thank some people. Golden Jericho has subscribed for the second month in a row at Tier 1. People are saying that I'm going to get an interesting moral assessment as a result of my reaction. I'm into that. Let's see what happens. Let me say thanks to Grayson Forster. Grayson Forster has signed up and is the 4th new member of the evening. 4 up there, info over there. Phone lines opening if we get to 15. Before I finish up this test, the voicemails are streaming in. The phone lines aren't open yet. The phone lines may open if we get 15 members, but they are not yet open. And I'm just getting flooded with voicemails. Let's take a listen to one other one just to see sort of what's going on.
Hi, David. I was calling because I wanted to know about the minimum wage, the federal minimum wage going to $15 an hour. I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious about how it's going to affect the cost of goods because it's going to be an issue, I feel. But because, people aren't going to take a pay decrease at the top.
Yeah, okay, I've talked about that already. Number of videos on it. Let's listen to one other one. Remember, the phone lines aren't open yet. They may open.
Hey, David, this is Mark Victor. I'm doing a show called The Valley Inside MK Ultra,
Okay, I'm not even. That seems like it's somebody inviting me to a program or promoting something, and we're not going to. We're not going to get involved with that right now. Okay, let me finish up this test. In sex education class, the students are asked to inflate a condom with their mouth. I think it's not okay, not because I have any kind of like moral hang-up or anything like that. It just doesn't seem particularly productive or relevant to the education or to understanding how a condom works. Scott's hosting a dinner party. For dessert, he serves chocolate cake shaped to look like dog poop. I think it's stupid and it's unappetizing, but I think it is marginally okay. And then Scott will have to deal with the repercussions of doing something like that, and Scott may lose friends. When Carl's soccer team is squaring off against the team of another nation, he sings along to the other team's national anthem instead of his own. What's the principle at play here, right? Is the principle at play being a team player, meaning that when you do something like sing along to the other team's national anthem, you're not being a team player? You know, for stuff like lack of patriotism, I just don't care, you know? I mean, it's more like trolling than anything else. I have a hard time saying I'm against it, but it wouldn't be necessarily the person I want on the team. I guess it's just kind of stupid and mocking, as someone says. But, you know, it's all right. Christian Bakery refuses to custom decorate a cake with chocolate letters that would carry a pro-gay message. I don't think this is okay, and this is a big political debate. I am against this type of thing. I think that listen, it's a legal question in some states. You're not allowed to do that. In other places, it is legal, but more of a moral issue. I don't like it. I'm against this. And I think that I think sexual orientation should be a protected class, and therefore refusing service on the basis of that protected class would be against the law. The principal of a school says that none of her students are allowed to draw Muhammad on the school premises or to bring Muhammad cartoons to school. I think that this is not okay. And any religious explanation about why would not be one that resonates with me. I don't think it would be okay for the school principal to say this. Sarah gets drunk in a bar and makes out with two strangers at once. It's fine. Who cares? When a homeless man asks Matt for spare change, Matt keeps on walking and says, "Don't talk to me, loser." That's not how I treat people, so I guess based on my morality, I would say it's not okay, although, this is not illegal. Using both a condom and the pill, a brother and sister decide they want to sleep with each other, just wants to see what it would be like. I read about this question, actually, when I read Jonathan Haidt's book. And this was the subject of a lot of study. And with just very slight variations on this one, Jonathan Haidt received drastically different answers from people. And it's like I don't think it's okay is my reaction, and that is, I think, the reaction a lot of people have and probably are meant to have. But then you have, using both a condom and the pill, so you prevent a pregnancy. One of the big problems with this would be, that you have a kid and that there are problems as a result of inbreeding, as it is called. It's not something I would do, but using a condom and the pill, I'm kind of like I can see both sides of it. Morally, I think it's not okay, but I'm going to leave it in the middle. Tom and Linda have been dating for almost a year since they've never agreed to be exclusive. Tom sleeps with other women without telling Linda. I think that this is basically okay. I mean, that's a conversation. I think, sometimes people argue at some point it's implicit that it's an exclusive relationship. I think it's just something that should be talked out in any relationship. I think it is okay. A pair of parents read about the exotic delicacies of Africa and the Far East. In the coming week, they serve dog meat to their children. I would never do this, and I don't eat any animals that are that have a certain level of intelligence and sociability. I don't eat dog. I don't eat whale. I don't eat dolphin. I don't eat pig. I don't eat, all this different stuff. But this is very arbitrary. So I think it is okay. I would never do it. Dogs are my friends, not food. But I don't think there's anything objectively wrong. Brian doesn't cooperate with law enforcement. Whenever he is pulled over, he refuses to answer questions and starts bickering with the officer about his rights. I think that this is totally fine. I am not one of these, like cop blocker, sovereign citizen, whatever dudes. But if you don't have to answer questions, I understand not answering them in order to not potentially incriminate yourself. Asserting rights is okay. At a certain point, it becomes not okay. If you, get violent or whatever. I'm not vegan, for people asking me about that. The head of a public department says that none of her employees are allowed to smoke at all, not even in their free time. I don't think you can do that. I love it. I mean, I hate smoking. But I don't think you can do that. All right, that's all 36 questions. I will give everybody a second to catch up, and then I will look at my results. Johnny Loves You has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Valhea has subscribed with a tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that very much. Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting post. Shrek Likes America has an assessment of my morality, I guess. David's moral calculation. Mr. Pakman is largely an empathetic person, though he has many sociopathic tendencies. Wrong. I took the sociopath test a couple streams ago, and I was off the charts below. Like I was so low on sociopathic, so you're wrong. He is against a lawyer being mean to a janitor. However, he's fine with comparing people to an overweight bulldog, as well as incest and cheating. David should certainly contemplate his moral beliefs. May God have mercy on his soul. I love it. Okay. Would I mind clarifying my meat-eating preferences? It's something I've been going back and forth. Okay, yeah, so I am not vegetarian. I try to go with like a Mediterranean diet. I limit meat consumption, so I probably have fish twice a week, and poultry once or twice a week. And then otherwise, I eat mostly vegetarian food. I don't eat pork. I'm not introducing any new meats to my diet. I wouldn't eat dolphin. I don't eat elk. I'm not interested in trying turtle or any of this stuff. I think for environmental reasons, it's good to limit meat consumption. It doesn't seem to be the healthiest thing to eat a ton of meat. And I have no... if you've read about animal rights, you might know about what's called like the sliding scale animal rights paradigm, which is that, once you agree that the penalty should not be the same for deliberately killing a gorilla as deliberately killing an ant, like once you've conceded that, then you're talking about gray area. And for me, I draw the line where it is right for me, basically. Don't do veganism discussions. Yeah, I'm not interested in veganism, and it's just not. I've given you what I do. Matthew Smith is a new member on my website. Thanks, Matthew. That is number 5 out of 15. We are now just 10 new members away from opening up the phone lines. All right, let's get to my results. Finish. Okay. Moral foundations test. Your moral foundations are care. I am closest to a left liberal. Fairness, I am very low. What does that mean? Interesting. Loyalty, I am closest to a left liberal, followed by a libertarian and then a conservative. On authority, I am closest to a left liberal. All right. On purity, I am closest to a left liberal. And on liberty, I am closest to a left liberal. That's interesting. So a lot of people were saying I was going to get results that were out of whack, but it seems that on basically everything other than fairness, maybe my fairness moral foundations are out of whack. On everything other than fairness, I basically align with left liberalism, which is not surprising. And for people saying that the questions lacked context, I completely agree with you. Hockey for Life 74, thanks for subscribing for the second month in a row. I really appreciate that. Unfair David. What's unfair about this? I answered the questions the way I thought about them, and it looks like I'm a left liberal according to this. Individuals seeking to uphold individual liberty while taxing the market. Yeah, it's basically social democracy. Very, very interesting stuff. Do an IQ test instead. Yeah, there you go. Redeemed highlight my message. What does that mean? Redeemed highlight my... I don't understand what some of these things mean. Interesting. All right. I'm getting messages from people that they have donated and sent me messages. Let me see if I can find any of those. I'm not actually seeing too many here. Love your show on this format. I think I read that one. Love the show. Yeah, I'm actually not seeing that I'm missing a bunch of donation messages, interestingly enough. But okay. Sisyphean0 has subscribed for the second month in a row at tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay. That was the moral foundations test at idrlabs.com. Okay, so let's see. I didn't realize, let me check in with a couple of people. I didn't realize that Hasan was back. So let me just talk to a couple of people on Discord and see if anybody wants to check in. Let's see here. Hasan is streaming. Hey, I heard you are back. I'm live. Want to catch up? 5 minutes? Let's see what's up with Hasan. Just for kicks, you know. Yeah, this is YouTube subscribers on the screen. It's not Oh, did I even change it? No, I didn't. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Let's see what Hasan says. He may be very busy. Yeah, I know Hasan was banned. Let's just see what's happening on his let's see what's happening on his channel. What is this?
Like global banks, like the central banks. Şahinleşmek ne demek oluyor bilmiyorum. Cyprus, you dingus. Doğu Akdeniz.
What's happening? Maybe now he's seeing my message. Long
Where's
silences.
Jamie's? Erdogan as bad as Western media says? He's pretty bad, yeah. Pakman is watching your stream on his stream. Okay. What's up, Pakman?
Man.
Please change your clothes for Jamie so you look like less of a bum. I'm not gonna do that, okay?
He's watching
Turkey's
something
worried
about
the
Turkey.
Mediterranean. Yeah, they're worried that they won't be able to take more islands from Greece and the rest of Cyprus. No, I think they're just more so worried about northern Cyprus. It's just their occupied territory. I think that's like an ongoing threat always.
Is he? Maybe he's not seeing my message. Who knows?
tanesi Amerika-Türkiye ilişkisi aslında F-35 krizi. Hemen güneyimizde Suriye, yine hemen güneyimizde Kıbrıs civarında Doğu Akdeniz enerji havzası üzerine yaşanan gelişmeler. Bir de küresel merkez bankalarının
So I don't speak Turkish, unfortunately, but that's not going to work. Let's try Destiny instead. Let's see what I haven't talked to either of these guys for a while actually. Sent them both an email last week, but type something in his chat. Oh, okay. All right, we'll see if anybody sends me a message. Oh, it looks like he might be writing back. Or no, Destiny is. Sure, go. When do you want to chat? Oh, Destiny wants to do something. Let's see. Let's see what's up with Destiny. Go for it. All right, let's see. How can I call him? Start voice call. Hello, hello. I don't know if he can hear me. This is weird. What's going on? He can hear me. Why can't I hear him? That's the weirdest thing.
Thank God I'm not a boomer.
Oh,
Actually,
now I can hear him.
Oh, shit. Wait, hello?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
What's new?
Just nothing, I guess. Just streaming and memeing. I got back from Canada and Texas a week ago, going to London tomorrow for a little bit.
Oh, no way.
Coming back and
Where in Canada?
Toronto.
Oh, okay.
I was close to you, kind of, I think. Isn't Toronto kind of close to New York?
Toronto's not far from New York, and I'm not in New York, but it's all...
Oh, yeah, no, you live in somewhere else. I don't know if you said
Yeah.
that or not. I don't want to say publicly. Okay, gotcha, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. No, I'm in the Boston area.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
It's all, listen,
right.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. All that stuff over there in the east, northeast, it's all the same shit to me, okay? But
Right, of
I'll
course.
remember next time, okay?
Did you, how devastated were you by Hasan being banned for 7 days?
I mean, I'm pretty devastated, I guess. I mean, yeah.
Did you? I like have no idea what the things are. But people just troll me because I don't know anything about Twitch. So they're like, you can't even mention Hasan's name during his ban, or you'll get banned. And it's like, I'm not so stupid to think that's the case.
Okay, so here's how Twitch works: is when a streamer is banned on Twitch, you're not allowed to platform that streamer, right?
Right.
So you can't like go and watch like a ton of videos of them or like have them on a Discord call with you, like for them to circumvent their ban. But
Yeah.
like I found personally that like you can usually like talk about, well, you can always talk about a person, or like if there's something very relevant, you can watch it or whatever. But just the goal is you don't want somebody like skirting their ban using and like another person's stream is basically.
Yeah. So like last week on my stream, I was watching a clip of Alex Jones interviewing. There's this guy who, his name's Carl Benjamin, really, but he goes by Sargon of Akkad. You probably haven't heard
had
of him.
multiple real life debates with him. I hate that guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked you've even heard of him, actually. But in any case, because Alex Jones was banned from like everything, so it's like, am I allowed to play an Alex Jones clip off of BitChute? I did it, and I guess it was fine.
Yeah, I would challenge Twitch greatly if I got banned for something like that. If like somebody like Alex Jones banned from Twitch, if I couldn't cover like a news event like that, I would take that content to another platform, and I'd be like pretty vocal about that. It would be pretty stupid, I think.
So I'm now, as you know, I've only been, because you're following my Twitch career so closely, as I'm sure. I've been now.
I mean, I hear a lot from all my people. I watch a lot of clips of you being a boomer and everything. But yeah,
so I'm now on like the full second month. So I lost obviously like a huge number of my Twitch Prime subs. So like, what is the strategy for getting those people to resubscribe? Just mentioning it?
Well, you have to figure that like for any new venture you do, there's always going to be a flurry of excitement when you originally embark on something, right?
Yeah.
So you have to take into account that like that thing will be really exciting. There's going to be a flurry of excitement around that, and then it'll kind of taper off. And then your goal is like during these big bursts of excitement is to hold on to as much of that audience as possible by showing them the content that you think is the most important that you do, or the most captivating that you do, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I mean, like in terms of like holding on to subs, I mean, it's just a matter of like how often do you stream? Like streaming on a consistent schedule, streaming pretty often, like that kind of stuff is pretty important.
Yeah, I probably need to be streaming more. I mean, I'm doing like 2 to 3 streams a week, just in the mid, with everything else that I'm doing. That's what I've been doing lately. And what is this September thing people are telling me I should be doing?
Apparently, I think you get a discount if you subscribe to your favorite Twitch streamers. If you subscribe to your favorite Twitch streamers right now, you get a 50% discount on all of your subscriptions, guys. Amazing. There you go.
Right.
Good ad.
So listen, I announced today that I'm going to be interviewing Sam Harris in the next week.
Oh God, that's awesome.
Is there anything like, what do you think would be? He hasn't set any agenda. It's just like a lot of his followers said he should be on my podcast, on my show. So he agreed to do an hour. Like, is there anything that you think absolutely has to be talked about with him?
I would want to roast him on philosophy. But in terms of like political stuff, has he been in any hot water recently?
Well, there's this one thing where in the past he's said that like when an Islamic terrorist tells us that they did it because of the Quran or whatever for Muhammad, whatever they say, that we should take that seriously. Like when they say that, we have to believe that they're sincere. But then after some of these white supremacist manifestos recently came out, he was like, well, I don't know that I would take that seriously. Like they could be trolling. And it seems like sort of a double standard to me. So I want to explore that. Like I think we should just, unless we have a real specific reason to disbelieve someone's stated motives for committing terror, we should probably just assume that they're genuine.
Sure. Yeah, you should Yeah, that would be an interesting point to go into for sure. Also, I don't know if it matters. Like, imagine if a ton of people started to murder people and they stated some ideology. Like, even if it was a troll, if people are willing to troll in the name of that ideology and murder people, I mean, like, that's probably worth looking at as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I guess like, so, okay, the example would be if a whole bunch of people go out and do mass shootings and say that they're doing it because they're opposing single payer healthcare, but really they're white nationalists. It would be a crazy red herring to then be oh, it's single payer healthcare that's causing these mass shootings, and to try to do anything about it, you know?
But that's another level. You're getting into like false flags and stuff, which is like highly conspiratorial. Now the burden of evidence is quite large for you to overcome to actually show that that's what's going on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right. Well, good. So do you have a plan for next week for the third Democratic debate? Are you going to do anything around that?
I think I'm gonna be in London. I'm in London from the 5th to the 12th. When is the debate? Okay.
Well, it's gonna be really late at night. It's on the 12th.
Oh yeah, fuck. Shoot. Wait, am I allowed to say the F word on your stream?
I don't know. It's Twitch.
Well, I mean, I can. I don't know how you prefer to do your content.
Oh yeah, no, I love swearing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to, and I'm also not sure how I'm gonna handle it. It's a big gamble. Honestly, like the problem with Twitch is getting 3 DMCAs is like your channel is permanently gone. And I think they last forever is what they told me last I said. So like having 2 would be really scary because that means I could get dinged for any random thing and then I'm completely screwed.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to try
like a
to
post-debate review or something or go for
I'm actually going to ask YouTube to see if they can get ABC to whitelist me. And then if they don't do that, then I might just chance it on Twitch. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, what are you doing in London?
What am I doing in London? Oh, just hanging out with friends.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good. Well, I'll leave you to it. What's this game you're playing here?
It's like a physics simulator. So you build rockets and shoot them into space.
Fascinating. And people watch you play this stuff.
Yeah, believe it or not, people watch me do anything. I'm a big streamer, man.
I know. This entire world is just stunning to me. It really is.
Yeah. I'm sure people would ask the same, right? You go online and you talk about politics. People watch that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is just as weird, honestly. It's like, who cares what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a mean way to say it, but sure.
All right, Stephen Destiny Bennell II. Yeah, what's up?
If you haven't, have you listened to Sam Harris's conversation with Ezra Klein?
You mean from like a year or 2 ago?
Yeah.
I have, but I should refresh on it before the interview.
Yeah, that's a really good conversation that like super shows that Sam Harris has like some pretty big blind spots when it comes to his own biases. Like he tries to say like, oh, you know, like I just want to be a pursuer of truth and I'm trying to be objective, blah, blah, blah. And then like Ezra will ask him like, okay, well, why do you look at this thing over that thing? He's like, oh, well, because that thing's obviously wrong. It's like, okay, you don't see how you're doing the same thing that you accuse other people of doing. Like it's really, really interesting. And I think Ezra like holds him pretty well to the fire there in terms of being honest about like his beliefs and how objective he's saying he's being, you know?
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to review that before the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, man. Good to check in. I'll let you get back to doing your thing.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot.
All right. Talk to you soon. See ya.
Yep. Bye.
All right. All right. Let's now check in with Hasan and see what's going on there. Back over to Hasan. He's doing Turkish stuff. All right. Let's check in with Hasan here.
David?
Hey, how are you?
I don't know if you can hear me, but
yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. I see the green around your face, which indicates, oh, you can hear me. Why can't I hear you?
This is the same issue you had last time.
God damn it. Why does this always happen? Okay,
yeah.
Hold on. Let's see.
This is like Inception. It looks like he's watching Destiny talk to me, and I'm watching that on my stream.
Output device, system. Okay, can you talk again?
Hello, hello.
Oh, yep, we got it. It was on my end.
So what's going on? You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Well, first and foremost, just so you know, half the time the chat is just like messing with you. I mean, a lot of like Twitch chat is just like trying to fool and trick the streamer. I've been there, done that.
Right,
for sure.
right.
but it's also good because you get clipped out and they post it on LSF and all these various other subreddits, and then you gain a larger audience, and that's great. But also, like, Twitch's terms of service is very, very serious, as evidenced by a 7-day ban that I received.
But you mean in what is it that they might trick me into doing that would be a problem?
I don't think they'll trick you into doing something like that would get you banned, unless they send you a clip and then you click on it. But I know you're not going to do that anyway, right?
I have links blocked in my chat.
Yeah. Then yeah, like it's just mostly stuff like that. They'll make you like click on a link that has like a dick in it or something, and then
Right.
and then they'll go in and mass report it.
Got it.
Just fun things, fun stuff. I don't know if you have a lot of like hater watchers at this point, so I don't know if they'll do that to you, but
It's hard to know, John, honestly.
even if they do that though, honestly, the best thing that you can do is immediately stop, turn off the VOD, like turn it off completely and delete the VOD.
And then just start over.
Yeah, and then just restart it. Yeah, because
Wow.
like Twitch is very understanding in the sense that, wait, what is this? John Obby? What? I don't know what people are saying. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck people are saying half the time in my chat either. So that's like, don't take that into consideration. But how's your experience?
It's pretty good. I mean, so I was just telling Stephen Destiny Bennell II that, the new month rolled over. So I lost like hundreds and hundreds of Twitch Prime subs. And now it's just like figuring out how all that works and getting everybody back and all of that stuff. But I'm learning it, I don't know.
Yeah. You got to stream every day, dude.
Right. I mean, I just can't do that. My lifestyle does not allow for that.
Yeah, you go to like fun places around the world and shit.
Yeah. I told my audience, by the way, they were like, when are you going on the Raj thing? And I was like, the day I got to Aruba, I got a direct message from Hasan saying, do you want to go on tonight? And I was like, I have no streaming equipment and I'm in Aruba.
Yeah.
But I would still like to do that. I know it's not really my scene, but it seems even if I just go on and just do my thing and it completely doesn't fit, it still, I think, would be funny.
Oh, yeah. No, it definitely would be funny. Wait, are you talking to Sam Harris?
Yeah, I'm interviewing Sam Harris in the next 7 days.
Oh, nice. What are you guys going to talk about?
Anything I want. He said my program was recommended. There's no set agenda.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I love that, dude. I love that you have the capacity to bring on like IDW guys and stuff, and that they don't regard you as like a hostile environment.
Well, we'll see.
No, even if I'm not saying you're like soft on anyone by any means. Right? One of your like early Ben Shapiro debates is one of my favorites. I think you talked to him about like RPGs and stuff, where he's like trying to defend the Second Amendment. It's great. Like, a lot of people don't get to do that. Like, Sam Harris has never fucking come on my show. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way, because he'd be like, no, why would I do that? He is gonna yell at me and say some dumb shit. Whereas with you, they're like, oh, well, this is a serious interlocutor, and that's a good thing.
I'm going to try. I mean, hopefully I want to just get, we've been sort of trying to get him on for a while. So I want to make sure that I get a bunch of stuff in and get everybody's money's worth, so to speak, even though it's a free show, but it's a metaphor.
Yeah, no, I understand. Do you know what you guys are going to talk about at all, or?
One thing is like he's had critiques of the left and I've had critiques of the left, but I think they're different critiques. So I want to talk about like, what do we think are actually the productive things to do self-critiques of, and where are we kind of like devouring ourselves?
Do you consider him to be a leftist or a liberal at least? Like, do you think he's a liberal? Genuinely?
I think he's on the left, and yeah, I mean, he's not a right winger in my mind. And I know that there's people always say, just being for gay marriage doesn't make you a left winger, man. I get that. I get that. But I mean, if you look at the people in that group, the IDW, it's like Eric Weinstein is on the left. Sam Harris is on the left, but in different areas of the left, or enclaves, I guess I would say. And it doesn't mean we agree with everything they say.
Yeah. What do you think about his like basically single-handedly resurfacing of Charles Murray? Wait, is it Douglas Murray or Charles Murray? I always fuck it up.
I always forget. I think it's Charles Murray is the bell curve guy. I mean, I thought that was I thought that entire thing was completely horrible. Horrible.
Yeah,
horrible,
right.
horrible. Yeah.
And then there was, I'm sure you've seen his like recent critiques and stuff in regards to the way he defends, or not defends rather, but like the way he covered. And you're gonna do your own due diligence and your own investigation into this. I know. I'm just like saying, like, I don't know if you've seen this or not. I'm just trying to like point you in a different direction if you're interested.
Yeah.
But he was talking about the manifestos of the white supremacist shooters.
Just mentioned this to Stephen Destiny Bennell II. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said something along the lines of like, I mean, he basically defended them by saying like, oh, it's multifaceted, and like they're mostly trolling. They're not actually, these guys aren't actually serious. Like there isn't like some sort of ideological underpinning to the violence that they commit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and he said the opposite. Back when it's Islamic terror, he always says, listen, we got to just, these are genuine people. I'm going to ask him about it. And the thing is, I know he's already been asked about it, and I've already seen some of his reactions to it, but I still want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's just so strange to me that those two ideas can exist in the same mind, where you can be like, no, like every Islamic terrorist, like there is no geopolitical reason as to why they're radicalized or anything like that. It's not a consequence of like U.S. foreign policy whatsoever. It totally is like it totally exists in this ideological vacuum where like Islam is just like really dangerous uniquely. Versus white supremacy is just a meme.
Yeah, I mean, my view is basically all of these things are multifaceted, and unless we have some particular reason to question the motives that are stated by the perpetrators, those need to be taken seriously, period. I mean, I don't know what else how else to really even say it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to talk to him about that.
Wait, oh shit. I have a guest coming right now.
Oh, all right.
Jamie is from the Antifada and also the Majority Report. Jamie Peck.
Yes, I know of her. Listen, I'll let you go so you can do that. But one thing I wanted to ask you about was you posted a video shooting hoops the other day. Was the person filming our mutual friend that went to dinner with us last time I was in LA?
No.
Oh, I thought I recognized the voice.
Wait, which mutual friend? Destiny?
No, come on.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not at all. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think our mutual friend plays basketball like that. Or maybe he does. I don't know. I've never balled with him. No, it was another friend of mine.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Cool. All right, man. I'll let you go do your thing, but good to check in. Glad you're back. And I'll send you a message about debate coverage next week. I was going to ask you some stuff.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. We'll figure it out.
Cool. All right, man. Talk to you soon.
All right. Peace.
All right. Bye. All right. There is Hasan Piker. Yeah. Very good. Okay, let me see. There's a whole bunch of people that I have to thank now that I've missed. Let me see where I left off before, because I don't want to miss anybody who is supporting the work that I do. ZTNE Press subscribed for the second month, asking, do I watch Patriot Act with Hassan Minhaj? Have never seen it. McLovin1189, welcome. Thank you for your second month in a row. Snake Master 777 subscribed for the second month in a row. Roddy Grotti subscribed with Twitch Prime. Rawhide Kid subscribed at Tier 1. Nash Tack subscribed at Tier 1. The Silver Nico cheered 140 bits. JH8CS subscribed for 2 months with Prime, saying, you do great work, David. Thank you. Thank you. Dakia Man subscribed with Prime. Link's Milkshake subscribed at Tier 1. Hello, I'm Han subscribed with Prime. Thank you. Frick Hill, new Twitch Prime subscriber. Renvax, keep on keeping on, Pakman, subscribed for 2 months with Twitch Prime. L3 Gixon subscribed for 2 months. Appreciate that. The Mushroom Man and Malazan426, the newest Twitch Prime subscribers. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Okay, there were a couple of things David Pakman's Twitch persona, his in real life persona, or a broadcast persona? Oh man, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So, all right, so it looks like we're not going to take phone calls. I think I am probably set up. I kind of joked about this last time. And I am actually set up to do it. I could play a little Mario just because it's like the only video game I really play. Let me see if I can get set up properly for this. I need to plug in my television to my capture card and all of that stuff, right? As people know, I discussed last time, it's a really, really important thing to do. Let's see here. I've got to figure out exactly how to do this. Just bear with me for a moment. This could be a disaster, but it could be really funny. Let me see here. Okay, I've got to set this up the right way, though. This is actually going to be pretty tough. Oh, nope, that is not good. Something insane just happened here. Oh, God. Everything's going wrong, folks. Everything is going completely wrong. Wow. Yeah, so that did not work. Let me see how else I can do this. This is SNES Super Mario World. Try this once more. Oh, I think I got it. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Let me see. I've got to figure out. There we go. All right, I'll try this once more. This may or may not work. What's my favorite fishing rod? You know, I don't really have one, I must say. Okay. Can anybody hear that, or is that just me? Okay. Oh, man. Something is definitely happening. But, oh, man. So I own the game, so it's okay to play it on an emulator, right? Can someone tell me? Otherwise, if we don't play this, if we don't go along, it's a real problem. Okay. All right. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Here we go. We'll start a new game. And let's see if I haven't played this in so long. It really brings back memories. Come on. Yeah, I own this game. I've owned this game forever. All right, here we go. Let's see if I remember all the tricks. No, I forgot you got to duck under that. All right, I'm going to be good. I'm going to crush this in a second. Here we go. The background, I don't even know what people are talking about. Here we go. The background is clipped. Nothing's clipped. I don't know what people are talking about. I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, I really remember all these levels from being a kid. It's crazy. Yeah, roasting Millennial's forehead. That's fine. Remember this. I think there's a... Yep, there we go. Wow, just comes back to you. It's crazy. Oh, missed that. All right. It's like I played this yesterday. It's really crazy. It's shocking anyone's still here. If I haven't lost half my viewership by the time I'm done, it'll be really shocking. All right, let's keep it going. Yellow Switch Palace. This is just the best. People don't know this game. This is for Nintendo, you had Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. And then this was the first one for Super Nintendo, Super Mario World. This to me is the best game by far. I've played all of them, and I think this is, I mean, nothing's as good as this. Yeah, this Mario game has the best mechanics. Absolutely. Absolutely and totally. Alright, so far no secret exits. Let's see if I actually remember some of the secret exits, because there are a lot of them. I've not played Odyssey. Super Mario 3 for NES is a good one. Oh, messed that up. Too bad. Is Yoshi here? Oh, no, it's not. There he is. All right. No secret exit yet, though. I think it's still a couple levels away. I think there's a vine here, yep. Oh, definitely want to keep Yoshi. Yep. All right, and off we go. Got him. Yeah, these early levels are so easy. Really bringing back memories, I must say. This game just puts you in a good mood, doesn't it? Alright, still no secret. Does anyone remember where the first secret exit is? I think it's still a bit later. It's hard to play and answer questions at the same time. I will admit that is not an area of expertise. Did I know Prime subs are half off this month? I didn't know that. Oh, people are saying change the category to Mario. Alright, let me try it. Category Mario. Mario Paint. Mario. Does it need to be Super Mario World? Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, Nintendo. You know, I don't see the exact one. Super Mario World. There it is. Update info. All right. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, of course. I'm playing a console right now. Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, let's keep going. Off we go. It's like, I don't need every coin. Come on. Oops. Oh no. There we go. Gotta get those extra lives. Yeah, no, I understand that. But there's so many extra lives available. Like, if you're not up to 50 extra lives in this game pretty quickly, you're doing something very wrong. Don't really get those single coins and those star buttons. That doesn't really make sense. There we go. All right, now we're moving along. People wondering, what you need every coin for a speed run. Is that right? So a speed run, you're supposed to get every single available coin? That seems crazy. No, David, you don't. Oh, okay. All right, good. Thanks for letting me know. All right, yes, I remember this level. This is a doozy. And off we go. Oh, right. Yeah, that's not going to work. We'll go this way. Oh, no. There we go. I hate losing Yoshi. It's like the worst thing. Got him. All right, very good. We're really moving along now. Man, this is just the best game. I don't play any new video games. Are they as good as this? It's just hard to imagine that this is a good, that anything could outdo this. First Fortress, Castle. All right, here we go. Sometimes you have to sacrifice Yoshi, actually. There's, oh, okay, I can't get that anywhere. Oh, now I can. There we go. I'd forgotten about that one. I think I can make it. We're just gonna go. All right. Yeah, I know how to get the free lives on the fence, but who cares? We're like 3 levels in and I've got 15 already. Yep, this is my $5,000 gaming PC. This is what I play on it. Oh, not this one. I usually just wait over here till it slants the other direction. Yeah. There we go. That's an easy one. How many subs for a house tour? We're nowhere close to that. We're very far from that number. All right, now I think is when I'll play a couple more levels, then we're gonna be done. Yeah. Am I a fan of platformers? Is that this? Can I make the screen bigger? The thing about making the screen bigger is, let me see, video. Oh, okay, I can make it somewhat bigger. Let's see here. I still want it windowed. Scaled to fit screen, DS. All right, let's try this. Oh, geez, that is horrible. That's not what we want. Let's try this one. Huh. All right, let's try it. Yeah, I know Trihex. I almost met him. I raided him last time. All right, I think now we get into secret exits. Let's take a look. Then we're gonna be done. Oh, I want the, hold on. Damn it, I wanted the cape. Whoops. Now we're really moving. I think I can go in here. Yep. Oh, with the cape, there's the trick where you can get all of these. I remember that trick. You just slap each of them with the cape. No, okay. Call Trihex later. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh no. I don't even want to deal with these dudes. So that's the secret exit there. I'll have to come back for that. Oh no. Oh god, everything going wrong. But we made it out. You almost never see the cape trick. Which trick is that? What's the cape trick? Alright, I'm going right back in for the secret exit. Alright, now we can get the cape. Alright. Should be able to just fly through now and get the secret exit. Here we go. Oh. Let's see here. Oh no. Lost it. Can't do it without the cape. Let's see if I can find one somewhere. Oh man. Oh, there's one. Alright. We should be good now. I guess I'll get Yoshi, but Where was that secret exit? Oh, I think it's coming up, yeah. What's the right way to do it? Can I fly up there? I don't remember now. Oh, no. There it is, see it? Alright, I gotta remember the right way to do this. Don't actually remember. Maybe I just come back after Green Switch Palace? Oh, wait. Maybe I can do it with Yoshi. There it is. Got it. Yep, jump off Yoshi, you were right. Alright, let's just save this game. I think that's going to be enough for today. Alright, very good. Okay, so I indulged people who were curious. It is amazing how that just comes right back to you. I mean, it's really, really stunning. I haven't played that in I don't know how long. And you just like remember every level. It's crazy. I don't know what Poggers is or Pog. I have no clue what that is, but it seems people like it. Okay, let me say thanks to a couple of other people before we raid someone. Forgot username 3 times has subscribed for a month. Borley subscribed with Prime. Cerulean Portal, that used to be my favorite crayon. Cerulean subscribed for 2 months. Umda Pete subscribed with Twitch Prime? No, with a tier 1 sub. Cylon Wrights, Taco Flambe, and Coder Tim all subscribed with Twitch Prime. And Steve 420 No Scope cheered 10 bits, not 10 bitch, 10 bits, which I really appreciate. Okay, who should we raid? Last time I raided Trihex. Nobody's raided me so far. We've raided, I think we've raided the Surfs before. We've raided Destiny. Who else? I don't know who else to raid here. I don't really follow that many people. That's the problem. Raid Hasan. My friend Pokimane isn't streaming. Otherwise, we could raid her. Trihex isn't even streaming, I don't believe, so I don't think I can even really raid him. All right, let's raid Hasan. Here we go. Here we go. I'll be back tomorrow, streaming at 6:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. All right, hope you'll join me then. Let's raid Hasan. Here we go.